So I'll end with a funny graph on kind of the way I would think about going after a VC investment. Is VC the right funding model for your business? Are you building a lifestyle business? Are you building something that's going after a $10 billion market or $8 billion market? Maybe not. Maybe it's a passion business, something you just really want to build. I have a friend who runs a cookie business. He does pretty well with Ben's cookies. They're pretty good too. It's not a VC backable business. So think about other sources of funding, crowdsourcing or Kickstarter or bootstrapping it. So let's assume that you think the idea is big enough. Have you gone out and raised the angel round first? Or before you approach institutional investors, can you have some more friendlies around the table to help you out? And if you haven't, call mom and dad and then call your friends. So is it friends, fools, and family? It's kind of the first stop. And once you have and built out the business and have some metrics proving that it's working, then maybe consider going out and raising VC funding. Product market fit and unit economics. Two of the hardest things to prove, but two of the things that I'll always ask you about. Can you prove to me that what you're trying to build is what consumers want? Usually at the early stage, no. But have you done enough validation through focus groups, beta users, to actually prove that there's value to consumers, and if you put more money into it, more consumers will want it? And then unit economics is, I guess, VC lingo for how much does it cost for you to acquire a user and how much money are you going to make from them over a lifetime? Can you prove to me that your Google SEM campaign and your Facebook ad campaign is going to acquire users at this much and then you think you're going to make this much from them? And that's something you can actually go out and test with not that much money. You can run kind of mock campaigns and look at the data and figure out what the unit economics might be. So I don't want you to have a full-fledged 5-year business plan. By the way, if any VC asks you that at seed stage, it's pretty crazy. I just want you to at least have validated it through some data channels. And if no, can you go through other channels and actually prove it? And if your business is never going to have product market fit and you're actually effectively building something crazy, like, for example, there's a Kickstarter project right now for sending a UK mission to the moon. And you can actually literally buy a piece of the UK's first ever moon mission. Definitely not VC fundable. And, but if you're actually building something that's a consumer electronic product or something that might be a fashion product, is Lending Club or Kickstarter or some other crowdfunding channel more appropriate than going through the process with a venture capitalist? And if all these answers lead to yes, then think about the pitch deck and how you tell a story and the metrics that you have and how you get good advice from other entrepreneurs and how you do your research and who you're going to go target, the right partner at the right firm who might have done something in a similar space. Or think about maybe an incubator or an accelerator as a way to actually kind of define that story and then hit the road. It's not for the faint-hearted, just in the sense of 99 times out of 100, I'll say no. But I will say there's a changing ecosystem, especially in Europe, of more people like me that come from a more entrepreneurial and operational background becoming investors. So the questions that I ask you will be more around product and your roadmap and your technical team than they will be about discounted cash flows and your 5-year projections. That matters to me, but effectively I'm taking a pretty bold bet at a very early stage. The idea is I'm here to back the ambition and let's work together on actually proving out that we can get there. So hopefully that gives you some insight into how we, or at least I, think about VC investment, some of the pitfalls for entrepreneurs, and some of the other ways in which you can think about funding your own startup idea. So thanks so much.